Hello watcher and subscribers, today we will perform sum of natural numbers. So here first I will explain the logic behind this and then we will go in the practical session. So first you should understand what is natural number. So natural number always starts with 1 and it doesn't have the 0, even it doesn't have the negative number. So from user I am expecting such kind of input. User will first give the input number, suppose 5, means we understand here we have to show sum of first 5 natural number. So we will show the print of all the values like 1 2 3 4 5, then finally the sum will be calculated. So in this process what happen, 1 and 2 will add, then 3 is added, 4 is added, 5 is added. So in this way we will get the answer 15. So in computerized way, in coding way, how it will work, that I will explain now. So in coding we will create a logic. So for that you may take any variable. So I am taking suppose sum variable. Then here you have to write sum equals to sum plus you can take any variable I. So what happen here, I will initialize this sum with initial value and that initial value will be 0. So what happen here, I want to repeat this statement up to particular case is satisfied. So because what happen, I want to perform this summation, because in this process what happen, first 1 is added, 2 is added, then 3 4 and 5. So the addition is repeated again and again. So as the sum value is 0, so here compiler will add 0 value and I value. In that I, in the coding department we will represent the value from 1 to 5. So it will take 1 value, so first value will be 1 and then you will get the addition of this value. So this value will be assigned to the sum variable. So sum value is initialized with 0 but here it is changed. Then in the next step, because I told you this statement we have to execute again and again. So in the next case what happens, some value is changed here, so it will be 1 and because of that I variable, and we will apply the for loop in this coding, and in that for loop we will take this statement. So I will take the next value here, that is 2. So 2 plus 1 is 3, so some value is changed, that is 3. So here I am writing 3 and because of I variable we will get the next value 3. So 3 plus 3 is 6. Then in the next attempt some value is 6 and because of I we will take the next value. So in the next case it will be 10 and this 10 will be here and because of I we will get again next value. So in this way it will perform and you will get the final answer. So this statement is very much important for you. Sum equal to sum plus I. Every time sum is updated, some value is updated and I responsibility is it will access one first value, second value, third value. In this way it will provide all the values in this equation and finally you will get the answer. So I hope dear student you got some idea about the logic, and now we will go in the practical session and there you will understand how you will apply this. So now here we are in the PyCharm and first we will take input from the user, because the user will decide whether he want the sum of first 5 number or first 10 number. So we will take here one variable and I am expecting integer value from the user because we want to find sum of natural number. Okay, so natural number doesn't include 0 and negative. So we are expecting only positive value from the user. So I will write here message enter natural number. So by reading this message user will enter only natural number and then our actual coding will start. So we will take for loop, as I already explained in the presentation. We have to execute particular statement more number of time. So the for loop is the best one for that. I am taking one variable I. I am taking a help of range method, and the range method will provide you the range. and we add starting value 1 because the natural number start with 1 and our last will be the number. But here in the number variable we have to do some changes that we will do later on. So this will be our condition, and here first I would like to show the values to the user so that user can understand what kind of natural numbers are there. And then we will apply our logic here. Sum equal to sum plus I. This is our main statement. So in that for loop, what happened? The range will be available from 1 to n minus 1, and this statement will be continuously executed, these two. So because of that, this first statement will run first, and it will show you the all the values in the list in the range, and then in the next statement it will add one by one values, and at the end here we want sum. So I am taking print statement here, sum equals to, I am showing here variable sum. So actually our code is not completed, some changes are required here, but here once again I go to the for loop. I in range, so it start with 1 to n minus 1, and it will print one by one all the values. Okay, and one by one it will process this statement. So as this condition will be true, so it will execute print I, and it will print the value 1, and then it will execute this statement sum equal to sum plus I. Then in the next attempt it will show the value 2, again it will process sum equal to sum plus I. So this process will go on continuously up to reaching number minus 1. Got it? And at the end you will get the result. So we will do the testing of the code. Sum of natural number 5. Once I enter 5, it will show you the error message. Why? Because we didn't mention the sum variable. So you have to write here sum equals to 0. Now the error will not come. So suppose if I add 5, then it will show you the wrong output 1, 2, 3, 4. We are not getting the last value. So for that I already told you we require some modification. So now we will run that and our output will be correct. So we will enter first 5 natural number. So you can observe it is showing all the number, and at the end we are getting the sum. And this process will be more powerful. If suppose we are entering, suppose I want the sum of 100 numbers, then it is very powerful. Then you will get the list of all the numbers, and at the end you are getting the sum. So in this way you can easily perform for the large data set, because manually if you do the calculation your answer will be wrong, it is time consuming. But because of this code you can apply for a number of values, and this is what the coding. So in this coding department these two statements are important, but our key statement is this one. Even though you don't write this statement, you will get the answer of sum. Got it? So these two statements are continuously executed till the condition is true. So step by step it will execute. First it will execute this, then after that it will execute this, then again our condition is true because we are using range 1 to n plus 1. So in that particular range this statement will be executed like 1, 2, 3, 4 up to n minus 1, means up to number. And this statement is continuously executed as I told you in the presentation. Every time the sum value will be changed and I will apply the next value. So this case is repeated continuously till the for loop condition is satisfied, and at the end you are getting the sum result. So I hope dear student you understood this logic and you have to apply practically. So thanks for watching this tutorial. Thank you.